Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about YouTube and why I started YouTube and what I think about YouTube and my year on YouTube. Let's talk about my year on YouTube, shall we? So my name is Nikita and I run the blog bellakate22.com, and in 2023 I decided to kind of take my blog a step further and start a YouTube channel. So that is basically what I started to do. I wanted to kind of go off of my niche, which was going to be more beauty. My actual blog is a fashion lifestyle beauty blog, and so on this channel we focus more on beauty. I'm slowly talking about fashion more, and I want to talk about why I think it's really crucial to start things that kind of scare you. So for a while now I have been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and I think what made me bite the bullet is like when you have nothing to lose, you sort of just like don't care and you're like, okay, whatever, who cares? And that's kind of where I was at when I started my channel and started taking it more seriously probably 3 months ago, probably like August. So I've been trying to upload pretty consistently since August, but before that I uploaded like twice a month, and so I'm trying to upload like 4 times a month. The growth has been slow, but within that time I've learned a lot about myself and what I want this channel to be and how I want to show up online and in the online space. And I think in terms of being a minority and being a woman and being kind of outspoken in certain aspects, I wanted that to be a part of my channel. And in a post a few weeks since the election, but I am a history nerd, and it was arguably one of my like best subjects in school. Writing and history were my favorite subjects, and I've been noticing a lot of similarities between World War II and where America currently is. And I'm also the daughter of an educator, so I understand the importance of education within the context of how people vote and why they vote that way. And a lot of people don't see the similarities because they don't know about the similarities. And so I started to talk about that on my channel in terms of posting a Substack post, because I want people to come to my channel and know what I stand for and not get confused if, you know, I don't want people to align with me thinking that I am something that I'm not. It's really important for me to address early on, and that will not be changing anytime soon. I don't tolerate racism, fascism, bigotry of any kind. I'm a military brat and I love this country. I'm also the granddaughter of an immigrant, and most of my European family came to Canada and America less than like 100 years, like my, you know, European ancestors came later. So we don't have like this huge like hold on North America in terms of like other people and their ties to it and their, you know, so I think I've always just sort of gravitated towards understanding culture versus nationality. 5 things that I've learned since starting YouTube. You kind of have to be able to like research. Like you have to like SEO and graphic design and keyword research and kind of be a little bit of a nerd that way. So that's the first thing I would say. So the second thing that I learned since starting a YouTube channel is that having your own way of doing things and coming to the YouTube space as yourself is really important. I think it can be really easy for people to get lost in the sauce and see what's working for other people and kind of sign away their individuality for a viral video if they want. Another thing that I've noticed is that like catchy hooks do really well, obviously. So I've had a harder time doing that because I don't want to like mislead people when they're watching my stuff. So I have to learn how to like be okay with like making catchy titles. That's been a struggle. It's not a struggle for me like in terms of marketing for other people. It's just like a internal struggle in terms of like marketing for myself, because I feel like there should be a certain humble nature when you're marketing yourself versus like marketing for somebody else. Anyway, so I struggle with that. So that's something that I've known about myself, but I've definitely kind of been coming to terms with like I need to get over that. The third thing about like starting YouTube is people will probably talk about it, like people in your real life, and you just have to be okay with that, because I have found that, like, I had a friend actually say like being a YouTuber is embarrassing, and I was like, I guess, like, but at the end of the day, if I don't give this a shot, like, I'm gonna be mad at myself, because I just feel like in this current economy, and I just think it's important to make your brand as strong as you want to make it. And so having a blog and like making a YouTube channel is perfectly viable, and it makes a lot of sense for me and my brand. And I think you just have to take people's opinions about YouTube and like becoming somebody who's on YouTube with a grain of salt. The fourth thing I've learned is I've definitely learned about lighting and sound a little bit more, obviously, in editing. Those are like things that you just have to throw yourself into. I think the thing that I think is the easiest thing to do is to just throw yourself into it. I think a lot of people, myself included, can overthink things and make things more complicated. And it doesn't have to be that way at all. It can just be seamless and easy. And the fifth thing that I've learned since starting a YouTube channel is that growth and community take time. Like, obviously, some people can come on this app and they have like a following on TikTok, so their brand is pretty established and like, hey, follow me on YouTube. And it's like, okay, yeah, and they have a following. And then there's somebody like me who doesn't have any kind of presence on social media that's like successful, and then starting this channel, you have to like just kind of start from ground zero. So that's one thing I would note. Getting comfortable in front of the camera is obviously something you just have to like work on. I'm not perfect at it. I try every video to just better myself in terms of like skill sets and being comfortable in front of the camera. And I will say, like, the more I record, the more comfortable I feel. Also, another thing I would say that can, I think, stop people is like they feel like they aren't perfect in some way. And I think that's the biggest lie ever. If you look at all the old YouTubers, they have mostly all gotten, like, not all, but like people grow, change, and evolve. And just because you don't have access to all of the latest and greatest, I would just say, like, just believe in yourself, and you can start your YouTube channel with like it's free. You need like a cell phone, a camera. You can record pretty much anything and anywhere. I would say don't let perfectionism stop you from recording, because that's obviously your videos are going to get better and better and better. And the videos that are like from successful channels, they have like the best camera, the best lenses, the best lighting, the best backdrops, because they have the money to invest in that. And the rest of us newbies have to just work with what we have, just like everybody else did when they started. So yeah, that's what I would say. Nobody's expecting you, like, if I had to say like the two things you should invest in as a YouTuber, I would say a decent place that's lit well. My background is like not lit well. Like, I don't have great lighting in the area I'm recording in, so I have to pull in a lot of like outside lights. Shouldn't let that stop you. You should just like keep recording, keep trying it. And then the other thing that I invested in was like a mic. I used the Rode camera mic. It's like, I'll insert a photo. I don't want to like take anything off. And then obviously like a camera stand of some kind. You can use one of these. Like, the last tip I would have is like try to be consistent. I think that can be really hard to be consistent, especially in the beginning, because you're trying to figure things out. And I've only just really started to get consistent. like with trying to do 4 videos a month, 1 video a week. But at the end of the day, I think you just learn so much more, so much quicker, the more you invest in making videos. So that's what I've learned my first year on YouTube. People generally are pretty nice. I haven't had any real issues, so I appreciate that. And I just am very thankful for anybody who's taken the time to subscribe to my channel or to watch anything that I've posted. I think that's really awesome of you, and I really appreciate it. So I hope that this video was kind of a little informational, a little bit helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.